everyone who is in the house with me today. Welcome, everyone. Today is a great day. Today is a good day. Welcome on board. Who is in the house with me? Please start by telling me your name and where you are joining us from. I am super excited to start today's webinar. We're doing this every now and then because we want everyone, as much people as possible, to pass this diet exam. That's why we are doing this. So please tell me where you are joining us from by telling me your name and please tell me your name. Yeah. Idris Lawal from Ebutumeta, you're welcome. Yeah, who else? Hello, I'm back. I'm back. Thank you very much. Fadi Lad from Benin City. Sorry if I didn't call your name well. Wow. Shima from Oregun. Wow. She's so close to our office. Shima, how come you don't come and say hello to us in the office? You are here in Oregun with us. All right, Olalekan from Omole. Welcome. Dupe from Abuja. How is Abuja today, Dupe? I hope Abuja is safe. Welcome and thank you for joining us. And Sheung from Lagos. Welcome. So I'm going to start now. Yeah, David from Akowojo. I hope Akowojo is safe. Welcome. Welcome. Hello, who have joined us again? Thank you very much, Olajumoke. Thank you for joining us from Sululere. Motilola, where are you joining us from? Thank you for joining. I'm super excited. You can see it on my face. Today is Friday. I'm very happy. I'm not saying thank God it's Friday. I'm saying thank God it's Friday because for many of us or many of you, you have your Saturday and Sunday to really study. So that's why I'm excited. So I'm not saying thank God it's Friday where you say, no, I'm not working today. I'm going. Oh, okay. Wow, I get that part. All right. So where is all right, you're joining us from Owuru. All right, thank you. I was thinking that Owuru is your surname. Morola, you're welcome. You're joining us from Victoria Island. All right, we're going to start right away. As you come in, please just tell us your name and where you are joining us from. The reason why we are doing this, in all honesty, is that one of the greatest joy I have as a person is to see others succeed, right? We are putting all this together. We want you to succeed. We want you to pass this exam. And yeah, you're going to have access to the recording so that you can still go through this. Yeah, I will be telling you more of what we'll be doing to really give you the support that you need. So if you have a question that has been bugging your mind regarding ICAN and how to pass this exam, I want you to please note that question in the chat box. Oluwasegun from Gagada. LCA, I hope I pronounced that well. LCA from Enugu. How is Enugu this today? As we know, insecurity everywhere across our country. You are welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. So let's go straight to our presentation today. I'll be sharing my screen so that we can go straight to my presentation. All right. If you are super ready for today's presentation, please type in the chat box, I am ready. I want to be sure we are super ready. Please type there, I am ready. Please type there, I am ready. I am ready. So if you can see my screen, also type there, I am ready. Just to be sure. Yeah. Dupe, thank you very much. Where are you joining us from? Thank you, Olalekan. I'm super excited to be here. Yeah. Idris. Where is Idris joining us from? All right. Rashida, thank you very much. So let's go. So I want to first welcome you to the webinar. And this is finding it hard to start studying for this ICAN exam and for this ICAN diet. Yeah, Kike. Oh, Keke. I hope I pronounced your name well. Pardon me if I did not. Thank you for joining us. So I remember when I started my exam that time, I used to find it difficult to read. I will not lie. To read is not easy. If anybody tell you it's easy, it's not true. So in our two previous webinars, we were able to answer a lot of questions on why students fail the ICAN exam and how to pass the exam with ease. We were able to answer lots and lots of them. So if you miss those episodes, then yeah, if you're on our Telegram class, we're definitely going to post. We must have posted it there. And how else can you get it? I think we're going to send you those links at the end of today as well. All right. In this very webinar, we'll be discussing how to help you that are here and others who are struggling to study, or if you are struggling to follow up with our 30-day study challenge. This webinar is for you. And if you don't know what the 30 days challenge is all about, I will discuss that also. So what exactly could cause students to feel reluctant to start preparing early for the ICAN exam? So based on your own experience, I don't know, you want to type it in the chat box, please mention it, let me know. Do you wake up and you don't really feel like studying? What do you think is causing it? Please type it there. The reason why you have to put it in the chat box is to let others know that you are not alone. So it's not that something is wrong with you or there is witchcraft from your village that is making you not want to study, right? No. So make sure you type it down there. Yes, Ibrahim, welcome. Welcome. Sometimes feeling that there is still time to prepare is one of the reasons why you may be reluctant to study. Feeling that there's still time. I think it's this guy, the Pareto principle. No. Um, yeah, I think it's a Pareto, right? The 80-20 principle. It says that, right, work will always expand to fill whatever time you allocate to it. Work will always expand to fill whatever time you allocate to it. In other words, if you feel that there is enough time, just like imagine today's date, the whole of January is gone. The next month now, we're already here and we're already going to half of it. And before you know, this month will be gone. And you wake up in December and look back. You'll remember all these things we are doing now. And you say, wow, I can remember vividly what we did in January and what we did in February and March and so on and so forth. So, yeah, David, I've seen your post. I'll be looking at that. ACN, thank you for that as well. So the first thing to do is to join our 30 days challenge. What happens is that once there is a challenge like that, it activates your brain. And you see, anytime there is a challenge, something just hit us and want to make sure we win. That is the essence of the 30 days challenge. Participate in it. So you are feeling that there is still time, there's no time. There's no time. Another reason is that you may be having fatigue from work. This is very, very legit. You get to work and from the morning hour till you close, and now you have closed, you now want to start studying, you are feeling fatigue. Your brain, nothing is going into the brain. What should you do? I'm going to tell you this. Dale Carnegie, they did a study of why people feel fatigue when they are working and how some people can work 24 hours, almost not necessarily 24 hours, but from morning till evening, and they can keep going. And this is their findings. They found out that the person that starts work non-stop from the morning hour and continue until the afternoon, non-stop, right? That person productivity will start going down. Now, they now found out that they did a study. They separated them into two groups. The second group, which is the experimental group, one usually when you are doing an experiment, you say one is a control group and one is the experiment group. Now, the control group is what you are comparing it to, right? So usually they get to work and work non-stop, and then they now measure what they did, what their productivity, what they were able to produce. Then they now brought the experiment group. The experiment group, they make those groups relax after a given time, say 40 minutes. After 40 minutes or 1 hour, they will ask the control group to have a break. And the experiment group will take a break for, 10 minutes. They will do nothing than to relax. And when they relax, they come back to work again. At the end of the day, they found out that the experiment group produce more product than the control group. I hope I'm not mixing it up in terms of using experiment and control group, but I hope we'll get the point I'm making. So how do you stop fatigue? Now, the way to stop fatigue is that once you get to work in the morning, right? The morning hour is the highest time you have production. Your productivity is usually very high in the morning. Avoid gisting at that time. Avoid gisting. Go and start doing the core of your work. And once you work for 1 hour, take a 10-minute break. 10-minute break here does not mean you go and start gisting and talking politics. Take a minute, go into the toilet. If you have an open office where you cannot rest your head and close your eye for 10 minutes, go to the toilet and take a break. That's why they call it restroom. Just go there and take a break for 10 minutes. In that place, leave out social media. Just rest your brain. Fatigue means the brain is overworked, right? So rest your brain, go back to your seat. You will find out that you'll be refreshed. So if you are going to experiment this, start by tomorrow and see how it goes. So you are fatigued from work. That's how to stop fatigue. If you do that between 8 and 5, you'll find out that your productivity will be very high and you will not be fatigued, right? And then when it's time for you to now study, make sure you take 30 minutes of rest. Just close your eye and put your head on the table for 30 minutes. You will struggle to do this, but put a timer and be watching. Just raise your head and watch the time. Do nothing for 30 minutes before your study. You'll find out that after a while, you'll start breathing in deeply. Your brain, everything will start getting refreshed. So if you want to try this out, start it by tomorrow, and you will see that you'll come out with a testimony. That's how to overcome fatigue. It's the same thing with your study, right? Don't start studying. Tomorrow is this weekend that is coming, or Saturday or Sunday. Don't start studying by 8 o'clock non-stop until 2 p.m. No, don't do that. Don't study for more than 45 minutes at a stretch. If you study by using video lecture or you are reading your note, break for every 45 minutes and rest your brain for 10 minutes every 45 minutes. You'll be surprised what you'll be able to achieve. All right, let's go to the next one. Lack of motivation. Well, I didn't have this problem when I was preparing for my ICAN exam. Why? Because like I said in our previous episode, if I qualified, I knew I was going to be promoted where I was working. Remember, I told us then that I joined the company as a messenger in 1992. I started working, serving tea and all the rest. And somebody was just promoted, and I went to him to ask how long he has spent with the company, and he said 5 years. So I picture in my mind that, okay, it will take me 5 years to get promotion if I start doing what I have to do. And of course, I know that when I get chartered, my promotion will be automatic. So I have something to motivate me. So if you lack motivation, what should you do? Very simple. What is the reason why you want to do this exam? Yours may not be to get promotion or to get a job. But you see, when you become chartered, being chartered comes with some honor and prestige. I remember there's an NGO that I won't want to mention here. The founder called me. I said, "Sir, I heard that you are an FCA. You are a chartered member of Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. We need your help." Well, I feel honored. I feel the honor to assist them because I'm a member of the institute. So you have to look for that motivation to do the exam and keep that motivation there. For the rest of you, it might be because of your children, because of the younger ones, and so on. You want to become a role model to them. You have to look for that. All right, no materials, and the study pack is voluminous. This is what somebody sent us, that he couldn't get study material. Well, I want to say that there are a lot of study material on any given course. And it is true that the study pack is very voluminous. If you can see in my hand, let me see whether I can stop sharing the screen so that I can show you my stop sharing. Yeah, you see in my hand, this is ICAN pack. This is ICAN pack. This is for PM. This is quite a lot, right? Quite a lot, very voluminous. This is another one. Now, this one I just showed you is PM. It's about 1,000 pages. This is another one. This one now is for PSCF. Look at it. Quite voluminous. Remember, this is not. It's not a novel. It's a textbook. It's quite voluminous. So I'll go back to sharing my slide, and I'll tell you what I mean by sharing that with you. Okay. All right. So studying with the ICAN pack is not the right strategy unless you have been studying before, or you have it's just not the right strategy. ICAN pack should be a reference point for you where you go and make some references. But to study everything here before you prepare for this exam, in the number of days and weeks and few months we have, is not the right strategy. All right. So what is the right strategy? The right strategy is to use video. You see, if this thing will take you 80 hours to finish, right? If it will take you 80 hours to finish, if you get the video lecture should not take you more than 20 hours of this, right? Because video cuts your study time by half. No, not by half, by three quarter. By three quarter. That is even more than half, right? So use video lecture. That's what I will recommend. So this person said, I miss a day for the 30 days study challenge. Yeah, I want to say this because I met another person that said, yeah, I actually missed 3 days in the 30 days challenge and I was discouraged. So I now have to stop. Don't stop, right? You see, the purpose of the challenge is not to take cognizance of the fact that there are times you will miss 1 or 2 days. Once you miss 1 or 2 days, keep going. Keep going. The next challenge, go with the 3rd day and start going through the study and the topic that we have sent out to you. Go with the 3rd day. Don't start with the one you have missed. Jump that and start running. When you come to weekend, Saturdays and Sunday, you can now do catch up. I hope that is helpful. Because what happens is that when you start doing something for the first time, right? Unless there is a coach, like I am trying to guide you now and coach you, if you don't have a coach that is guiding you through, you can easily be discouraged. So keep the challenge going. That's what I want to say. If you miss a day for any reason whatsoever, don't beat yourself too much. Pick yourself up and take on the next day. What is important is that you finish the 30 days. So anyone you miss, when you have spare time, then go for them. Yeah. Okay, I don't have money to buy the video lecture. My answer to you is go and borrow. Borrow from whoever you borrow from and get the material that you need to pass your exam. If it is textbook that you believe in, go for it. If it is physical lecture you believe in, go for it. But I'm telling you that the video lectures precede all of them is the best option. But whatever option you choose, look for money, talk to your uncle, borrow money, do anything possible and invest in your future. Because 10 years down the line, the reason you are giving for not doing the exam now will fade away. And I'll give us this sad story. Many of you may not know that I'm also a stockbroker. I'm a stockbroker. I'm a chartered stockbroker also. Now, in 2005, I resigned my appointment where I was working in a multinational then, a conglomerate. And I started out by managing portfolio for people. So I do collect commission from the stockbroking firm that I partner with then. And I also get income from my clients, right? So why am I sharing this story? There was somebody in that company then, 2005, that I met, I knew. That person is still in that company as of today. I was speaking with this person recently. This person started ICAN and abandoned it. And new people who joined the company are becoming stockbrokers, chartered accountant, and becoming his boss. I know somebody that become chartered, became an ICAN member, had ACCA to read, and became his boss. And that person had left the company. He refused to continue. I spoke with him. I said, what's the problem with you? He was giving me excuses that he had problem, blah, blah, blah. I said, yes, all of us have problem. There's nobody in this world that doesn't have problem. But you see, the people who succeed in spite of their problem. It's when we are hearing their success story, we will be thinking they didn't have problem. No, they had problem, like just like every one of us, but they decided that they were going to overcome that problem. That's why they are successful. So I don't have money, go and borrow, go and talk to an uncle, talk to people you know. And there are loan apps today that will borrow you money. This is a worthy investment. Invest in your future. That's why I will leave that. I've not been receiving the daily topic for the 30 days challenge, study challenge. If you have not been receiving that, it means you have not registered for it. On our Telegram class, we're going to repost it again. Although we are moving, right? Start. So if you have not been receiving it, we're going to send the link again on our Telegram class. And if you don't know anything about our Telegram class, I'll be discussing that at the end of today as well. So what is the 30-day study challenge all about? It's just a challenge. You see, if you have seen people I hope you have heard these people that they say they want to japa and they want to go through Libya. They want to japa and go abroad, right? You see, when they are traveling, they usually move in group, because if each person go alone, all of them will die. All of them, they will die. So the journey is very hazardous. I don't encourage anybody to do it. I know somebody that have done it, gone and come back. Now, that is a challenge. When you are there, because you are in group, right? You keep pushing. When the other person is down, the person that is going in front will become a challenge to that person. That is what this 30 days challenge is all about. It's just for 30 days. You have been struggling to study, carve 1 hour, 2 hours daily, 3 hours daily, as the case may be, and participate. At the end of the tunnel, you will become stronger. You'll become more confident to do this exam, right? So the 30 days challenge is just that we're asking you to finish the whole of this PM and PSCF within 30 days. And you can only do that when you use video lectures, right? You can only do that when you use video lecture. So we have broken the entire syllabus into 30 days, right? And then we pick the entire video lecture and broke it into 30 days so that you put in 1 hour, 2 hours, depending on the course you are studying. And then when you follow that, you'll be done within 30 days. So if you have any question, please drop them here. So meanwhile, let me look through the chat and see if anybody have a question for me. All right, Elsie here said, the reason I'm finding it difficult to start reading is workload from the office. I mostly come home with work. All right, let me address that. Yeah, there's what we call working smart and working hard. I'll tell you my own experience, right? When I was working, I usually have workload as well. But you see, technology has made a lot of things easier for us. So I don't know your tech skill. For instance, if your work involves computation or Excel, I don't know whether you have really mastered Excel. There is Excel DBA, that is ability to program in Excel. I had to learn this, right? Because my work then, sometimes I'm still in the office by 11 p.m. working. I have to learn to use DBA and code and write program with Excel so that I will be able to automate and systemize my work. And as I did that, it began to reduce my workload, right, significantly. That was the first place where I worked. When I left that place for another, because I worked in just 2 places in all my career, right? I spent 13 years in those 2 places. One 10 years, the other one, I think 3 years. The second place, I was posted to another place now, and I found out that the workload there was much again. I went to my boss. I says, Ma, I need a training on this application. That's our accounting package then. Because most of what everybody was doing was manual, right? And when they key those things in, send it in, we'll print out the report and be keying them in one by one into Excel. I felt that no, this application should be able to generate reports of what we are keying in and make this thing work for us. So what happened was that she approves it and I went for that training. By the time I came back, I wrote a report using that same application. I think Omicron accounting package was that application. I now designed a report because we went system spec somewhere here in Lagos. They are the one that are behind it. So I went to their office. I got the training. When I got the training, I wrote the report. Now I told you us that where I worked last was a conglomerate, right? Now in that conglomerate, there is a challenge. Now, for each division and company of that conglomerate to submit their report on time, my company was the one submitting last. We were always coming last every time before I was posted to that division. When I was posted to that division, started closing late. I said, no, I can't cope with this. But by the time I came back, right, from that training, designed that report, restructure our workload in the entire department, we started coming first. So the report that would take 5, 7, 8 hours to prepare, the machine was doing it. So in this hour of technology, right, what are the technology that will help you? So if you are taking work home, is there a software? You have to make your case for your boss. Maybe you have to invest in the training and from your own money. But what I'm trying to bring out, ACN, is that you need the job because it's the job that is paying for your upkeep. It's the job that is paying for even the ICAN you are preparing for. It's the job that is paying for everything. So you need the job. So how do you keep the job and also reduce the workload by using technology? Now, I'll give you another story. I used to also have in that same conglomerate, I know a man that is the head of department, and he closes very late every day. When I go and visit him, I'll find out that almost everybody in his department have gone home, and he's the one working. I'll say, sir, but why has everybody gone and you are the one working? You say, look, if he assign this work to them, they won't do it well. And he's the one that it will come back to. Then I knew where the problem is. He's not a good manager. So he doesn't know how to delegate. So if that is a problem you have subordinate, but you are the one carrying all their work, then you have to learn what proper delegation is all about. There's training for that. If you want that training, I think I can look for it and send it to you. Or just go online. There's a proper way to delegate and make people who are paid to do their job so that they don't have to go home with those work. So I've spoken about proper delegation and the use of technology. Explore this. All right. I still look at my chart to see. Yeah, you just say work generally is taking most of my time. Like I said, yeah, work normally will take your time because you are being paid to do the job. But one other thing I used to do that time is that you know how work look like, right? Most time there's distraction. People come and distract you and all the rest. You have to set boundary, healthy boundary in the place of work. How do you do that? If the person that will come and gist with you and waste your time is coming, and the moment he come and he start talking, you say, please, my boss is waiting for this. Let me quickly finish. I will come and meet you. That is, we are being diplomatic and managing the politics of the environment, right? You have to tell the person that they're waiting for this report. When you are, it won't take you time to finish. The moment you finish it, you come and meet him to continue the gist. You have to manage that. And the moment it goes away, you continue your work, right? If it tells you that you didn't come by, you say, wow, I thought it was even a small work. It took the whole day. There's no need to apologize for that. Our work, we need the work. as I'm discussing with you guys now, I am working, right? I'm working, I'm at work now. So we need to do the work because it's the work that pays our bill. But we must find a way to make sure that we measure, do the work right, and also create time for our study. Yeah, David said, I'm scared to start reading. I left the exam more than 10 years ago, and I've been procrastinating ever since. I don't know why. David, I can feel your pain. You know what is causing it? I'll be very mild with you, right? But what is causing it is, um, I don't want to use the actual word, but all I want to say is just do it. Once the form of the exam is out, just pay for the exam. That's how to overcome this. Otherwise, if you think you can't do that, send the money to us at Starry Gold. Contact our office. Request for me. Send the money to us. Once the exam comes out, we'll pay for you. We'll help you pay. Once you are committed to something, right? Everything around you start pushing you to that your commitment. It's because you have not been registering for the exam. When you register for the exam and you didn't sit for it, it will bite you, it will pain you that, why am I wasting money? In fact, it will be impossible for you to keep paying for the exam and not go and sit for it. And when you pay for the exam, the motivation will be there also to start studying. So I hope that is helpful, right? That is for David. Fadilat, I hope I pronounced your name right. He said, I left school years ago, so it's difficult for me to start studying again. Yes, you are right. But you see, if you are right, it will be very difficult. Otherwise, I'll be lying if I tell you that it's not going to be difficult, right? But that's why you have us as a team. What you want to start with, right, is to start with one paper. If you have studied long ago, just look at the syllabus, look at just one paper that you like out of all the courses in that level and prepare for just one, right? Register for the exam, start using video. Let somebody start teaching you, right? Let somebody start teaching you as it is in the video, right? Participate in the Telegram class, right? And then do the weekly question that we put there. Before you know, you will find out that your motivation will start coming back. It's like, you see, if you have not been doing exercise and you now stand up and you start doing exercise, you do 30 minutes at a stretch. By the time you get home or by the time you relax at night, what happens? All your body will start paining you. I have experienced this before. You see, I wasn't doing exercise. Then I now went to play tennis. I went to register with a tennis club, and then I went to play tennis. I was very happy that day. You see, I was hitting the racket and all of that. By the time I got home, all my body started paining me. The next day, it took about 4 days. I was feeling pain all over my body. That will happen because I have not been doing that. I've not been doing exercise. But as I continue, the pain started going down, right? And then as I continue, I don't feel pain again, right? Whenever I do exercise. So it's the same thing here, right? So it will be difficult at first, but you keep pushing, you keep pushing, you keep pushing. Then you'll find out that you start making progress. So Fadilat, I hope that is helpful. I hope that is helpful. Please let me know. David, did I answer your question? Was what I said, was it helpful? Please put it there, let me know. LCN, what I said, was it helpful? Idris, what I said, was it helpful? Please put it in the comment, in the chat box, and let me know if it is helpful. Now, Olalekan said limited fund. Well, what I think I've answered that. There's never a time where you will have enough money for anything, right? But I want to tell you this. You will never, as you say you have limited fund, you will never sit at home and say you don't have money and starve to death. It will never happen. You will know, either you talk to people, either you go and beg, either you will do something to look for money to eat. You will either do some jobs that you say they are beneath me. Why am I saying this? When you travel abroad, because I've traveled abroad a few times, you find out that the system they have there, you have to work, right? Because if you don't work, you can't pay your bill. If you don't pay your bill, cold, winter, you will die. It's suicide. It's suicidal, right? So you have to work. You have to work to eat. So it's the same thing I'm trying to say here. Put your ICAN in the same level with food, which means put it at the survival mode. Your brain, your mind will start working in such a way as to find a way for you. I've already given us some of the things we can do. Go borrow, go talk to family members, tell them that you need them to loan you that money because you want to use it to do exam, you will pay back. And please try and pay back. I hope that is helpful. All right. This when say having the mindset that there's still time for me to prepare. I've already addressed that. That's what Olajumoke is saying. She had the mindset that I still have time. And like I said, is it Pareto principle or so? Time, work will always fill the time that you allocate. You find out that there are some, I don't want anybody to do what I want to say. Please, don't do it. Somebody came and said, look, when it was 30 days to the exam, that's when I got the video lecture. And when I now knew I don't have time, that's the time I'm motivated, right, to study. Well, that's very risky because that time, something could go wrong. You could fall sick. There could be something that could make you not prepare for your exam. And then before you know it, you fail the exam. So if you want to study this and follow this 30 days challenge, start with the 30 days challenge. Give somebody 500 naira every day for every day that you miss it. You will find out that you will start doing what you have to do. The pain of discipline, right, will help us avoid the pain of regrets. The pain of discipline means doing what we have to do today, even when we don't feel like. So you know you have to study, start studying. Don't waste time, right? Marvelous. Please, can we get the recorded version of this? I'm currently on my way home from work. Please, can we get? You'll get the you get the recorded version. Provided you register for this webinar, you'll get the replay link. Christiana, I've written SFM and AAA for more than 4 times. What method or procedure can I use to pass this paper? I'm losing interest in writing. Christy Times. Yes, you see, when you are doing something over and over and over and over and you are failing, it brings discouragement. That's why I said set a fixed time that you want to qualify. That's the first thing. Set a fixed time that this diet, I want to pass AAA and SFM. Set that, right? Set it in your mind that you want to pass. Once you have done that, right, then what method are you using? If you have done this exam 4 times, then don't go and pick ICAN pack, those voluminous SFM and AAA pack, and start reading them. No, pick past questions and start solving past questions. You see, if the first time you enter the exam hall, when you enter the exam hall and you are reading a question, that's the first time you are seeing that type of a question. You are more likely, very likely, in all likelihood, you are likely to fail that question. And if there are enough questions like that, that is the first time you are seeing it, then you fail that paper. Start solving past questions. I'll give you, when we used to run physical class, right, for ICAN particularly, around 2010, I used to handle economics, right? I used to handle economics. And I used to use this principle, which I want to share with you here. When we get into the class, right, I have sets of questions, maybe 5 questions, 10 questions that address that topic. Once we get into the class, I will read those questions out, and everybody must copy them. They must write them down. Then once I've read the question out, right, we'll now go into the lesson. Then the moment we finish the class, we'll now come back to that question. As soon as I start asking those questions, students start giving me the answer. And everybody that searched for economic passed. That is in our center at that time, when we were running physical classes. Everybody that searched for it passed. Now, what's the psychology of that? Please listen carefully. When you, if somebody asks you a question, right, and you don't know the answer, that question will linger in your heart. What happens is that your mind will start searching for the answer. Your mind will start searching for it. When you see the answer, something will click and say, yes, this is what I was looking for, right? That's why you should start with question. Even when you are reading the question and your mind is beating hard that, wow, I don't know anything about this, that is good for you, right? Once you finish reading the question, then go read the solution. When you go back and read the question again, the second time, you will start answering it. Now, take note of what I've said. It's different from the approach many people are using. First, they will go through pack, textbook, studying that course before they start looking at question. That is the wrong approach. You go, you study, then you now look at question. When you look at question, it will look as if you have not read anything. You go back and read again, meaning you have to read twice. Don't do that. Read the question first, then read the solution and go and study that course, and then come back and read the question again. You'll see that you will have, your mind will be able to retain that, and you can keep that. It will go into your subconscious mind, and your mind can recollect it anytime the question comes. Why? Because question means making the brain think and making things difficult, right? That's what question is all about. When you are asked tough question, your mind will start thinking, even if you don't know the answer, it will start figuring it. When they bring the answer now, you pay more attention. So start with past question, right? And luckily, we have past question for, is it almost 12 diet in video format? So start with that. Just be watching just a question and answer video alone. Oh, you'll be amazed how your mind will capture that. You will see the lecturer read the question, you see them solving it, just watch it. Remember that when you watch something over and over, right? You listen to a music over and over and over and over. After a while, the music will start playing itself back. That is a strategy you should use. If you watch our video lecture at least 2 times, this is for Christiana now. Get the SFM video, get the AAA video, right? And go through it. And I'll give you another illustration. When we came out with our video lecture, we separated them into question and answer and video lecture. And we allow students to choose the one they wanted. You see, we found out that students were picking just the videos, the lecture alone. They were not buying the question and answer. And when they go into the exam and fail, we usually call and they tell us, no, I didn't use the question and answer. We feel bad. And we know that those who pass easily always use the question and answer video. So what we decided to do is that we merge them together. We remove that option of you buying just question and answer alone or video alone. We remove that option. You don't have that choice. If you don't want to buy a video, don't buy it. But we stopped giving people that choice. Why? Because we want you to pass. We want you to pass. We don't just want you to come and buy what you think is good for you and you go away and you go and fail. If you fail, it rubs off badly on us. We want you to pass. So for several years now, several diet now, you will never hear us talk of get only this or this. No, you must get both. I will encourage you to go through all the past questions in the video and then come back this diet. Christy, come back this diet. You will pass those 2 papers. All right. I hope that is helpful. And let me go on. Morolayo said, so as you are saying, we are just listening to it. Okay. I don't know. Maybe you are listening to me or you are listening to the video lecture. I don't know which one you are referring to. But thanks for your comment, Morolayo. Then Oluwaseun says, is it possible to pass without the ICAN pack? Of course, yes. Of course, yes. The ICAN pack is so voluminous. But let me tell you what we did in our video lecture. We picked this ICAN pack, right? We extracted all the questions here. I will put it in video format. Now, when you are studying on your own, right? If a study will take you 4 hours, if you use video for that same study, it will take you 2 hours, half the time, right? Half the time. Now, if you are going for physical class that will take you 8 hours to cover, right? If you use video, it will take you 2 hours. So these are what psychologists said. Educational psychologists said what I'm saying. We made our research. Like I've said in our previous episode, we used to run physical classes before. We shut it down. We are no longer running physical classes. People say, hey, I want to be in a play. I want to see my colleague. Well, maybe you are not for us and we are not for you. You can't be in Meduguri and want to go for physical classes. And what about if your job is taking you here and there? So we are speaking from experience, right? We're speaking from experience. Get the video lecture. You can pass without the ICAN pack. We have extracted all the questions in the pack and recorded them, and we put it inside the video lecture. The video lecture has 3 components. ICAN pack question and answer, past question and answers for about 12 or 14 diet, and then the ICAN lecture itself that covered the entire ICAN pack. That's what you have in the video lecture. In our opinion, is the only thing you need. First, get the video lecture. Go through it at least 2 times. When you have done that, if you still have time, then add ICAN pack. Then add other textbooks, right? If you still have time. But most of the people that we deal with, they don't have time. And we need to cut all the volumes and go straight to the answer. That's what we have done. All right, David. All right. David said, I have the video lecture already since last year, but I don't know what is wrong with me. I can't bring myself to start reading. I have the time and fun, but I don't know what my problem is. It's like something is pushing me away, or I'm just afraid to start. I understand where you are, David. To solve this problem for you, right? Do what I asked you to do. Look for somebody that you will give 500 naira to every day that you don't study. If you will do this, it will work magic. What happens is that there are 2 things that motivate us in life: pleasure or pain. Pleasure or pain. So if pleasure, from what you have said, you are in a comfortable position, pleasure is not motivating you, then introduce pain. When you give them, if 500 naira is too small, increase it to something that will pain you. Maybe 5,000 naira per day. Yeah, just raise it to the amount that it will pain you. And then you will see that the motivation will come. Now, let me tell you my own motivation when I was studying. I also had that problem. I'll be at home. I'll be sleeping when I have exam because I just feel that, oh, I'm tired. But then I know that I didn't like the job I was doing. And I know that I need to pass this exam so that I can get promotion. So something will just tell me in my head that, so when you fail now, you say it's the devil, Abi. Now you are just sitting down, you are not studying. So what I did was that I changed my environment and I started going to Yaba Tech. I had a friend in Yaba Tech then, right? So I'll go to Yaba Tech. After work, I will go and sleep in Yaba Tech. And you know, the dormitory and the hostel is not a convenient place for somebody like me that have my own accommodation. So you have to create inconvenience around you. So when I get to Yaba Tech and I'm studying, about 4 or 5 or 6 of us are sharing one bed space. You know what I mean if you're a student. So I'll go to the class. I'll see other people studying, right, inside the class. And then I'll try and study. And when I'm sleeping, it's hardwood. It's hardwood. It's not a comfortable place. Then something will speak to me. So you left home to come and sleep here. By fire, by force, I will stand up and I'll start reading. I hope this is helpful. Make it inconvenient for yourself. But the easiest way is give away the money that will pay you. Do it daily. And the easiest way to start studying is join the 30 days challenge that we are talking about. And then you find out that it will be easier for you. All right. I hope that is helpful, David. Please post in the comment box. Let me know whether this is helpful. So I'll be looking forward to your reply. Oluwaseun, is it possible to pass without reading ICAN study pack? I think I have addressed that. ACN said, thank you, your response. The webinar has been helpful. I'll do just as you have said. Thank you very much. Do just as that. ACN said, yeah, please, when is the webinar starting? Oh, we're already in it. This is the webinar question and answer, but Our 30 days challenge have started. So I think if that's what you are asking about, I would like to know. Fumilayo said, I'm beginning to lose interest in ICAN. How can I help myself? I wrote foundation exam but didn't make any papers. Yes, that was my experience when I started with 8 years. I wrote the exam and I failed. You see, failure, if a failure comes when you use the wrong strategy, it does not mean that you are a failure. It just means that you are using the wrong strategy. Anything you are doing that you are not good at, you are likely to fail. So the only way to get good at anything is to prepare, and prepare with the right material, with the right coach. So if you are using ICAN Pack and you are stalking, I'm not saying you should not use ICAN Pack. I'm not discrediting ICAN Pack here. But like I said, this look at this. Look at this. You can see this is huge. That's a lot. I have other pack behind me there for foundation. They're also big. So use video lecture and start your preparation. And if you feel that you are not going along, do the 30 days challenge. If you feel you are not doing the 30 days challenge, start giving money away. Very soon your mind will start telling you that, look, don't be naughty. Stand up and do what you have to do. That's how to do. That's how to work. Remember when we were children, at least if I didn't want to go to school when I was a child, because school was not sweet, but by fire, by force, my mother, my father, cane, beating. Now we are adults. That feeling didn't leave us, right? The only problem now is that nobody who can beat us with cane, but something that will beat us with cane is life. Life is going to flog us with difficult moments if we don't get qualified, right? Your junior or your children mates will become your boss wherever you are working. There are places that you can never be the chief accountant of that organization if you are not a chartered accountant. There are positions you can never hold if you are not chartered. So, like I told you of that guy, that stockbroking firm, his juniors, people that met him on the job are becoming his senior. I told him, wake up. And hopefully, he told me that he's going to write this May diet. And I've also told him to get the video lecture and start pushing, right? I hope that is helpful, Fumilayo. Please let me know in the chat box if that answers your question. We'll be rounding up now, but let me quickly try go through this. Yeah, this is from Tomilayo. Say, well done, sir, and thank you for this opportunity. It is really a good start or platform. My reason is that I've left school for a long time and I'm scared, which is making it difficult to pick up. I registered for ICAN over 10 years ago, and I have been returned back to skill level. Well, it just means that 10 years ago you should have qualified, and if they return you back to skill level, pick yourself up. And all I said was already address what you are supposed to do. This one is remaining FR for me to join professional level. I've bought the video lecture. It's remaining for me to download it to my system and start. I'm willing to start tomorrow. Good. That is ACN. Just start. That's the slogan. Taufik, thank you for joining. So can I have your number? Wow. My direct number. Wow. Taufik, I will share with you our numbers. Maybe I should. Yeah, I'll share our numbers with you. Just stay tuned in a few minutes before we round up. Can listening to the video alone help pass the exam? Of course, I've explained that. Go through it at least 2 times. When you finish, if you still have time, right, then add other materials. But first, start with video and start with the question and answer, right? Videos. Dupe say I've written case study twice, and what method can I use to pass this? I'm finding it hard to start reading, and I'm discouraged. Dupe, get the video lecture. You see, when they started this case study, like I explained the last time, they brought ICAEW. ICAEW means Institute of Chartered Accountants of England and Wales. They invited the person that handled case study for them. ICAN invited them to Nigeria. It was a white man, and invited Tuition Center to come. I was there, right? And we were very few that were present in that meeting, in that training. I think it lasted for 2 days, and they taught us how to teach case study. That's what we use to develop our video lecture. And every diet we have, once the exam is done, we'll pick the question and solve a model question for case study. So our case study video lecture is the best in the market. I make good to tell you that. Take it and go through everything at least 2 times. You cannot fail it this coming diet. Take that from me. If you go through it at least 2 times and you are very honest, and you fail, come back, we will refund your money back to you. That is how confident we are. So get the video lecture for case study. Make sure you go through it at least 2 times, please. At least 2 times. If that's the only thing holding you back, you can qualify this diet, right? Dupe, I hope that is helpful. All right, David, what do I do? I have every other paper easy for me, but PM had been torn in my flesh, written 3 times with all score below 30. What do you suggest? Yeah, David, I've said it over and over. Get the video lecture, go through it at least 2 times, start solving more of past questions alone. And then when you are solving past questions, okay, let me tell you this. Once you have gone through the entire video lecture twice, right? Then pick the past question and put yourself under exam condition and start writing the papers. Because sometimes it is, you know what to write, but you don't have good exam techniques. And we have dealt with that in our previous episode. If you don't have that, please request for it. I will send the number. You'll see our contact on the screen very soon. That will be very helpful, David. Sulia, what is the most efficient way to use the video? 30 days blueprint is the most efficient way. Just, even if you don't understand what you see, you are not expected to know everything in the syllabus. You don't need 100% to pass this exam. You only need 50%, just 50%. So if you are going through the video, you don't have to understand everything. Just keep going. Sometimes you listen to music. It's not when you sit down in the church and the pastor is preaching, right? It's not everything you will get, but there are core things you will get, right? So as you go through the video lecture, right, anything you don't get, don't sit down at that. Just note it down that you come back to that and just be going on. Just be going on. That's the strategy you should use. All right. I'm happy. ACN said, very helpful, sir. I'm encouraged. Thank you. Falade, very helpful. Good idea. Good. Thank you for that. Omotayo, I have just two diet left and I have 3 papers in professional to go. My job does not allow me on Saturday and Sunday. I work 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. My morale is low. I feel 3 paper is just for 2 diet. Look, the truth of the matter, Omotayo, if you don't have time and you have 3 diet through, I don't know, okay, because of the 5-year rule, I guess. See, this is my sincere advice. If your job takes, yes, it's true that you may work from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. What you are actually saying is that you are in the office from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. But it is unlikely that you work from 7 a.m. as you enter, is work till 10 p.m. No, it's unlikely. So if you miss the earlier part of this, go back and see how you can work productively, how you can use technology, and how you can also study, right? Go and rewatch this thing again. You'll see where I address that, right? Please, how much is a video lecture? That's what Oyewumi is asking. I will provide our details so that you can contact our team. David, please, how do I know the number of diets I have left? All right, you need to, if you are in the professional level and you have passed 1 paper, for instance, right? You have 5 years to pass all the other papers, which means you have 10 diets to go. I mean, is it 10 or 9 diets? So that's how to know. If you have written in the professional level, this rule apply only to professional level. And out of the 5 papers, you've passed 2. You've passed 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, right? It means that from when you pass that 1 paper or 2 or 3 or 4, you have 9 more diets to pass the other paper. If you don't pass within that 9 diets, which is 5 years, right? 4.5 years or 5 years, then you will have to receipt for every other paper in professional level. That's how you will know. I hope that is helpful. Please put it in the chat box to let me know. Oluwaseun said, thanks for the answer. Okay, good. Nathaniel Joe said, good evening, sir. Please, how can I get the pack? I mean, by the pack, you mean the video lecture. All right. Now, let me quickly tell you about the 30 days blueprint before we close. The 30 days, this is all you need, right? In conclusion, I'll still come back and address your question. In conclusion, what strategy should you adopt to pass this very diet? These are the strategy, right? 30 days blueprints. We have the blueprints that we did, and it is that blueprint we are now using as 30 days study challenge. Our blueprints, we pick the video lecture and break it into 30 days, right? You might follow what works for you, right? If you want to start with the question and answer, do that. If you want to start with the lecture, do that. But start the 30 days for one paper or two paper and follow as we have broken it down. Every day, we'll tell you what topic to go through. We'll send it to your email. We'll send it to your WhatsApp, right? Follow them. And if you find out that you are struggling to follow them, give away 500 naira to somebody you know. The 500 naira does not mean anything to you, right? Give away 1,000 naira. If 1,000 naira is too small, double it. Raise that money to a point where it will pinch you, and then you find out that you will start studying. Of course, use video lecture. Then online class. Our online class is our Telegram class. Yes, it's free. It's free. And there we have our students, there we have our lecturers. Every week we come there, and in that online class we give weekly questions, weekly exam likely questions as assignment, and we also provide the solution, and we also do mock exam. So that's what our strategy is all about. Nobody, we've called almost everybody that gets our material. Nobody that follows this method and go through the video lecture at least 2 times before the exam fails the exam. We've not seen one, right? And if your own story is that you have failed it, you have done what we say you should do, and you still fail, then we will refund your money. We don't deserve to own your money. We're not here to collect money from you and then, we're not here to collect money from you. Yes, you pay us, and we use it to fund our operation. We use it to fund our office, pay lecturers, pay our salary. We like that. We appreciate that. We appreciate that you buy our video. But we're not here just for your money. We want you to pass. Because it is when you pass that you can tell other people about us. It's when you pass that you can push others. We are doing what no other tuition centers are doing. If you go for physical class, I doubt if they call you after the exam, or they even follow up with you and to ask after whether you pass or not. We did that. We are doing that, right? We follow up. You get the video lecture. We are following up with you with the 30 days challenge. We are following up with you with the weekly question and answer. We are following up with you with motivation and everything, inspiration on a weekly basis, right? It's because we want you to pass. If you follow this strategy, you will pass. You will pass. How does the 30 days blueprint work? I've already explained that. How does the video work? I've also explained that. So all you need is the 30 days blueprint, the video lecture, online classes, that is our Telegram class, and the weekly question and answer, and our mock. So if you want to get it, those are the numbers on the screen. Call those numbers, text them, send WhatsApp. If you call and nobody is speaking, it might be that we have closed for the day, right? We'll definitely return your call the next day. And if you send WhatsApp, no response now, we'll definitely respond. If you send text message, no response, we'll definitely respond. So take action. We want you to win. We want you to win. And you win, you must be willing to want to win. If you don't want to win, then we don't want you in our team. We don't want you to come near us. We want people who want to win. So if you are hungry to win, then let's go. So that's the number there. So let me quickly go through this again. Thanks for the answer. That's Oluwaseun. It says, for answering the question. All right. Precious said, thank you for the webinar. Any advice on how best to use the 30 days blueprint if one intends to write 4 papers? Listen, if you intend to write 4 papers, it means therefore that you use the 30 days blueprint for each paper. So it means that you might need to put in minimum of 4 hours every day, right? To go through the video. If you know you don't have time, no need doing 4 papers and failing 4. If it is only one you have time for, do it. The same thing goes for the person that says, I think that is David, or the person that says I have only SFM and AA or whatever, I have 3 papers. Even though you have only 2 diet left, if you know that you have time for only 1 paper, go for that just 1 paper. There's no point doing 3 papers when you don't have the time. So if you have 4 papers to go, create the time for it. That's what I would say there. I hope that is helpful. Yeah, for the person who asked that. All right. Nathaniel says, yeah, I think I've answered that. Good. Ayinde, your analysis again on video and lectures. Which one comes first, please? Especially someone like us that have having serious challenge about workload. My analysis about video and video about lectures and question and answer. It starts with the question and answer. That does not mean you should not do the 30 days challenge the way we are doing it, right? But just be going through past question and answer along with that. The more past question and answer video you go through, the more likely you will come across those questions in the exam. I hope that is clear. Ayinde, Elias, I'm referring to 30 days. I want to join immediately. Okay. Yeah, if you are not already there, you want to join the 30 days challenge, just WhatsApp those numbers on the screen, right? Write them out because we have just 5 minutes to go. Fumilayo, thank you, sir. It was helpful. I'll work towards joining the challenge. Good. That's what I want to hear. Thank you for that. Morolayo. I left school in 1995 and I started with PM and MA and MGE. It's now called CSME, I think. And it was video, and it was a video, and I passed it. Oh, great. So he's confirming what I'm saying, that video is your best help. He said he or she left school in 1995 and decided to use video, which means he left school long ago. He now use video for PM and MGE. They used to call it MGE before it was changed to CSME, right? And a use video and a pass. He said, but I have done FR and PSAF 3 times now, and I have not passed. I have to come back to video lecture now, which means he abandoned video for this very one. I have somebody that did that too. The person was using video, he was passing, he now abandoned it. And then, you see, follow the strategy that works. If something is working and it looks easy for you, things doesn't have to be difficult for it to work. It doesn't have to be difficult. Don't say, this thing is too simple, it's too easy. It doesn't have to be difficult for it to work. Our strategy, very simple and well researched. So Moralayo have said he used video to pass PM and MGE. Maybe he abandoned video, try that method. He said he's now coming back to pick video again for his FR and PSAF. Follow what works. Another thing is somebody will say the way I don't want to go there. When you are going through a material, concentrate on going through it. Don't say they didn't pronounce it with Queen's English. ICAN does not know whether you know how to speak English, Queen's English or not, right? All you want to do is to pass the exam. You don't even want to study to know all the courses. No. One of the lecturers that lectured me then, he said, I'm not teaching you to know this course. I'm teaching you to pass. He said, when you have passed, you can now sit down and know it. And I saw sense in that, because otherwise you spend time going through ICAN packing because you want to understand everything. Pali to pali is waste of time. You need exam technique. You need to know how to, what the examiner is looking for so that you can answer and move on. When you chattered, then you can spend all your life. Start understanding it in detail. All right. Essence says, okay, that. Hamid said, nice step. Thank you very much. Fumilayo, thank you, sir. It was helpful. I work towards that. That's good. Dupe said, I've used the video lecture, sir. Okay, I don't know what Dupe said earlier on, but make sure it's not just enough to get the video lecture, so use it the way we have said you should use it. It's not just enough to go to the hospital and tell the doctor that you are sick. You must use the medicine that the doctor gives you based on prescription. You can't use it the way you like. You use it today and then you wait for 3 days. In fact, it's dangerous to use drug that way, particularly antibiotic. And doctors used to warn against that. When they say use it for 7 days, 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, 3 in the evening, follow the prescription, because it's very dangerous for you to vary. It's the same thing. Follow the prescription. If you got our video lecture, then follow the prescription that we have given you. Yeah. Joel, Nathaniel, please, how can I get the video lecture? Yes, the numbers on the screen. Send a WhatsApp, text them, WhatsApp them. Just do that. We'll get back to you. Yeah, my time is up. I'm rushing through this now. Please, how can you help with registering? I don't get what Tomilayo is saying. If you need further help from us, just WhatsApp those numbers also. We will help you out. Whether you are for the video lecture or general help, we will help you out. But I'm not getting what you have put here. This is the time left to prepare for March diet. March diet. Enough for me. If it is, you should please help me to register for the exam. Oh, if you want us to register for you, then contact our team. Just send it to that. We'll send you our account number. We'll tell you the amount. Then we will do the registration for you, so that you can just be gingered to know that the money I've left you. And if you don't now prepare, you will lose the money. Now, let me tell you what used to ginger me that time. I used to pay for this exam with my own money. And when I passed, my company will reimburse me. So anyone I failed is my loss. That was another motivation. You know, money wasn't easy then, and I don't think it's easier now to even make. So it pains me a lot when I lose my money that way. All your comments were very helpful. That's Tomilayo. Thanks for that. David, it's very clear, sir. Thank you. David, I was called when I passed my last paper. Good. David is confirming that we called him to ask how he did. You get our material, we will follow up. We will call you to see how you are doing. Precious, you didn't answer my question, sir. Wow. Precious, if I have omitted your question, say thank you for the webinar. Any device on how best to use a 30 days challenge if one intends to write 4 papers. I think I have answered you. Please listen to the replay of this. I've answered that one. I've answered you. All right. Is there any other question here? All your comments are getting. I was called. Yeah. Okay, Precious, I've answered you. Yeah. Ayinde, thank you. Good. Ayinde, your video have been very helpful. Really, I passed my CR using your video. That's Ayinde here. And I have the remaining videos on the remaining courses, and I'm preparing to face the challenge now with your analysis. Thank you for the work, for the good work, my brother. Thank you, Ayinde. Thank you very much. With much love. Rashida say, thank you very much, sir. The webinar is very inspiring. May the Lord help us all. Amen. Moturayo say, I went to classes, and just to know it's more but zero. I have to do a review of myself. So now I have bought the video lecture, and with tonight's meeting, it's question and answer I need. Yes, Moturayo. If you have gone for classes, start with question and answer. From Laya say, please, I hope I can still use the video lecture I got in 2020. Yes, you can use it, but remember we have added updates to it. So contact this number and you will get the update. If you are going to pay at all, it's going to be some small change. But remember, it's an investment you are making. Thank you, sir. I'm very happy to be here, and your staff have been helpful to me. Yes, our desire is to see you succeed. Thank you for that commendation. Rashidat, thank you very much, sir. The webinar is very helpful. May God bless you. Thank you, everyone. I'm bringing the webinar to a close. I believe I've read every chat, everything here. Thank you for your encouragement. We're very happy. I'm very happy, very, very happy to be your host today. So as we move towards the exam, we want you to pass. Once the result is out, yes, we want you to share the testimony. We are it gives us good sleep. Whenever we are reading your testimony on the Telegram pages, it gives us good sleep that, wow, this is the impact we have been able to make in somebody's life, right? So let's go and get it done together. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, and God bless you. Thank you, and God bless you.